You're listening to Rockology 101. This is Double K and Sabrina, and we've got Kelly and Lewis from the Dollyrots on the line. How are you doing tonight?
Hey, we're great.
We are so glad to have you. We've been spinning your tunes for a long time now. Double K is a huge fan. He's seen you multiple times, and he's so excited to have you join us with us tonight, as am I. We know, being a parent of young kids, it's kind of hard to get the kids in bed and then take a minute for yourself and do this, so we really appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, you got it. We just snuck out of their room. Yeah, so that we're stoked.
So you're getting ready for the tour now. How are you preparing?
Oh my gosh,
I haven't really started yet, to be honest.
Yeah, we've been getting a record done, so the tour is kind of like the payoff for that. So yeah, basically we're getting some new songs ready to play, and we're putting out all the like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter posts out there to let everybody know we're going out. And
we did remember to order merch finally.
Yeah. and yeah, we're starting out on the East Coast, and we're going to drive up to the Midwest and then go down through you guys' land and then through Texas and then out to California. So it's a pretty long tour. It's like 18 shows, and I think we have one night off.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
yes.
It actually is. It's clinically insane.
So when you guys tour, do you make a point to do stuff with your kids outside of the venue?
We like to try. Usually the main time that we have is between probably 2 in the afternoon and sound check. So it depends. I mean, in Cincinnati, we go to the aquarium. There's some spots that we know we can do something cool, but a lot of it is just the adventure of a new place every day, and they like that enough.
Yeah, they like to go to sound check, and then we'll find a park. Like, we have apps that'll show us where the playgrounds are. So yeah, it's basically anywhere within walking distance of the venue. So we'll go get ice cream, or we'll go to a park, or we'll find something to do with them. And then in a lot of towns, since we've done this so many times, we have friends show up. People will bring their kids a
little play date before sound check.
So
Lego play date before the show.
Well, we have a free zoo here in St. Louis that's not too far from the old Rock House, so
very true.
You may want to take advantage of that while you're here.
Oh, wow.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, send us the info.
Yeah,
we'd
and
be into that.
the zoo was actually rated one of the top 5 zoos in the nation, and the Sea Lion Show was the #1 attraction of all zoos in the United States.
Well, shoot, we're going to have to get it out.
Yeah, we're going to have to do that.
So it's really cool that you guys are able to do this as a family. Are you hoping that your kids get into the music thing as well?
No.
I don't know. I think we're not pushing it on them at all. They're just kind of picking it up. Like River, he was coming up on stage and talking into the mic at age 6 months, and
maybe 9.
And so recently he asked for a guitar, so we gave him a guitar for Christmas, and he didn't want a baby guitar. He wanted a real
guitar. And he plays it. So we kind of assist if there's interest, but we definitely don't push it, because we just want them to be happy and find something that they're passionate about. If it's music, we can help out, though.
So you're working on the new CD. Are you still up in Minnesota?
Oh, no, we're home. We're home now. So we took a ton of footage. We actually recorded at Pachyderm Studios, which is, we've always wanted to work there. It's where Nirvana recorded In Utero. And, we wanted to get that big drum sound. So we cut the record up there last month. And so we're kind of in the finishing stages of getting mixed. We're kind of dishing out the making of videos now. So we have to sort through all the footage and kind of so the album's almost done.
Now, and you had been using PledgeMusic in the past, but this is your first time doing this on your own, correct?
Yep, unintentionally. But I really think it's going to work out for the better for us to be truly DIY from this point forward. Pledge was a great platform. I mean, before that we used Kickstarter. Before that we used record labels the old-fashioned way. But I feel like our fans have grown to really like the record-making experience when they're involved from the start. I mean, it makes it more fun for us, too, because we're not just creating inside of a bubble. We're creating and, letting them input along the way, and it just makes it more fulfilling.
And plus, we can give them crazy stuff like locks of hair.
I always order just a CD with the autograph on it.
You don't do the crazy stuff.
No, I get the smaller package.
See, I'm the girl that does like the jars of homemade salsa and the bowling adventures and that kind of thing.
Yeah, Kelly bakes cookies for it and stuff like that.
That's the kind of pledge music I can get behind.
Well, maybe this time I'll upgrade and I'll get the cookies with it.
Go.
They're really good cookies.
So the news came out this week that you were going to be part of that Warped Tour celebration.
Yeah, we are stoked because, last year was supposed to be the final Warped Tour, and we had heard rumors that they would still do something, that it wouldn't be a full U.S. tour, but, I didn't expect to be invited back. It was the very first time, and a lot of our friends are playing, or a ton of female-fronted acts, so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, the lineup's totally stacked. So if I wasn't playing
There's okay dude bands, too.
Yeah, if we weren't playing it, I'd consider flying out. It's a crazy line.
Yeah, for sure. Are you going to be on all 3 dates?
They haven't announced what day the bands are playing, so we just had to block out the weekend. So we'll see what's going on when they tell us.
Typical Warped Tour fashion. It's
right?
You don't know what time you're playing until
the day of. Yeah.
Yeah.
So with the new CD coming out and the tour and Warped Tour and everything else you've got going on, you've got some side projects as well. You've been part of the new Schooled theme song on ABC, and then you've got the album that you're working on with Jarrett from Bowling for Soup as well. How is all that going?
I might be losing my mind a little bit, but it's also been so exciting. In addition, when I had kids, I was kind of like, am I going to be able to do this? And I guess I just decided to do it double, maybe even triple or something, because this record that I do with Jarrett Reddick, our friend from Bowling for Soup, it's a duet album. And it comes out March 22nd, and I still kind of can't believe it, but I signed a whole bunch of CDs, and it's a real thing. I know for sure now.
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to hearing some of that.
It's awesome. It's weird. I mean, there are songs that sound like Bowling for Soup and Dollyrots songs. There's some country songs. There's some, modern alternative.
There's a song that sounds like a funk song or something.
Yeah,
oh, wow.
There's some kind of funk song. We just decided that we're in our own bands. We kind of have to stick to a genre in a way, and this was a way to stick to it.
So it sounds like as you mature as a band and as friendships mature, you kind of get to just kind of loosen up and have fun with your music career rather than just make a record for the release. It's more of a fun thing to do rather than, we have to fulfill a contract.
Yeah, because we're doing it for ourselves, and we're also we're doing it for our kids too. Kind of as cheesy as that sounds, it really is like that. And so you kind of just you don't overthink things as much. I think we just kind of go with our gut now more, and a lot of it is based on our interactions with our fans and just what can we do to make it interesting for ourselves and for our fans. So we're kind of just wake up every day and we're like, what kind of crazy idea are we going to think of today?
You really should start a YouTube channel with all this, right?
That'd be another thing that we have to do.
So as a fan, I wanted to ask you a specific question because there's one album that I didn't know a lot about when it came out. It kind of snuck up on me, and I got it, and I love it. I wanted to ask you about the Love Songs, Werewolves, and Zombies album because I think that album is so cool, And I don't remember when you put it out. It was just there one day, and I bought it, and it was amazing. Can you tell me a little bit about that project and how that came together?
Yeah, it was a weird. So we, as part of one of our pledge things, we offered, hey, we'll write a song for you. And so we just asked fans, like, hey, give us 3 sentences or some kind of subject. And, you know, we had 14 people get this, like, special thing where, like, they gave us a subject and we wrote a song for them.
And these are supposed to be really simple, like, acoustic jingle kind of things, but we're not really good at keeping things simple like that. And so they just became little productions of their own, and they were real songs, and then they were good. And so
like one guy was like, so I want a song about how I think that I'm a werewolf, or like I want to be like a punk rock werewolf. And so we wrote a song about a punk rock werewolf. And, you know, another guy was like, he wanted us to compare him and his wife in like a Star Wars sort of way. So we wrote Be My Leia.
And another fan is a total old school punk rock guy, and his wife is way into Disney. So we wrote Anarchy in Disney. And, you know, somehow they all seemed like crazy ideas that didn't go together, but once we created them, made an awesome record. And the fans were cool with us sharing it with the world. So we just kind of pressed up some CDs and put it out there. We never even announced it.
Yeah, it was just a thing. So, but it's something different, you know, not punk rock.
Emo Cthulhu might be my favorite.
No, it was Be My Leia was the song that got me. I stumbled on that, and then I was like, well, I need to hear more of this, and then I had to buy it.
Cool.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Well, I wanted to thank you guys so much for coming on with us.
It's been awesome. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
You got it.
Thanks for having us.
We hope we see you at the show.
Yeah, you know, it's funny because we've been doing this show for quite a few years, and we took a hiatus, but actually 6 years ago, we tried to get you, and things crossed up, and I got to meet you at a show you were doing here at Cicero's, and that restaurant is no longer here, but you were like, next time, and then we stopped doing the show for like 4 years, so this interview is like 6 years in the making.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Well, thank you for having us. You know, thanks for reaching out. We're glad we can do it.
So check out the Dollyrots. They are playing the Old Rock House March 21st. And thank you very much for being on the show tonight.
Thank you.
got it.
Can't wait to see you guys.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye.